do you think there is ever a right time to start a family? So like when you have a like a certain amount of money saved up, or after you buy a house, when you reach a certain salary threshold, or when can you say, okay, now is the right time?
Yeah, I mean that there's no there's no good time and there's no bad time, I think
Mm,
is what I would say. And um yeah, I don't I you can't prepare for what happens when you bring a baby into your home. So
hmm
I think financially, um living in Canada, we're in an interesting situation where, we have fairly generous benefits if you are going from working full time to being at home. They're working on childcare costs, but speaking candidly, when we had my son and my daughter in daycare, uh, you know, at least half of my income was going towards childcare. And I think that goes back to what I was saying before about the sacrifice that I made in holding back my career. And so while financially maybe it would have made more sense at that time for me to stay home, I knew I had bigger career aspirations. So we kind of had to, it was almost like investing
hmm
in my career future by having them in care. But yeah, I mean, there's no denying that having kids is wildly expensive. But I think it's also a beautiful experience. And that's something I think
hmm
that isn't always talked about in the context of working mom is that, um, my kids are the light of my life. And I will, joke about how they're such a pain and such an inconvenience, but ultimately, like, they're everything to me. So,
hmm
uh, you know, saying there's a right time or a wrong time isn't, it is hard.